Okay, so we're still going to talk about interest today, but we're going to move on to compound interest. Okay, we'll talk for at least 20 minutes about what it is, how to use the formula, and as well as how it's different. Your Chapter 7 test is definitely going to be Monday. I posted that into the gradebook yesterday. So Thursday, which is tomorrow, we'll do a review in class. As long as that goes well, Friday I have a pretty fun review game that we're going to play. And then Monday will be the test. And it's on the entire chapter. So just keep that in mind. Those of you that did well in 7.1 to 7.6, you shouldn't have much to worry about besides the interest stuff that we've been doing. Mary? Yeah, the whole chapter. So 7.1 to 7.7. And then I think I'm going to move to Chapter 10 next because you'll need that for PSSAs. Then I'll go back to 8 and 9. Geometry stuff. Yep, surface area, volume, perimeter, polyhedrons. What, Charles? Yeah, but surface area gets to be a little confusing when you have prisms, pyramids. Yeah, it's not bad, but I just want you to be familiar with it before you get to PSSAs because you will see that on there. So this is the first year I'm moving that, but you guys are doing so well, I just want to be extra cautious. Annalise? Yep. That's why I'm going to do that with you. Yeah, the PSSAs aren't yet. We still have time. So I don't know what they're doing up there. Anyways, Annalise, I'm sure they'll get to it. That's something I want you to be familiar with, more so the area and perimeter, but I want you to see surface area. All right, so who knows? Okay, going over the warm-up. Okay, number 1 up here, Emma H., what did you get for your T? Say that again. Awesome. So T is equal to 3 months. Did anyone leave their answer in years, Matt? Good. You could also have 0.25 years, same thing, or 1/4 of a year. Okay. How you leave your answer, it doesn't matter as long as it's equivalent to what it should be. So either one of those is fine. Okay, number 2, Briar. Nope. Melissa? Good, 1,250. Mary? Number 2? Okay, so real quick, when you set it up, you have balance is equal to principal in parentheses 1 plus 0.04 times 1.75 because it's 21 months. Okay, you forgot to convert. Okay, anyone else on 1 or 2? Wow, so thumbs up, thumbs down on the warm-up. Much better than yesterday. Adam, is there something in particular? Okay, did you forget to convert? Did you hear what I told Mary or no? Okay, ready? So you have the balance, which is the $1,337.50 equal to P for principal, in parentheses 1 plus 0.04 times 1.75. After you multiply those, you get 0.07. Are you looking at your work, or did you not write anything down? Okay, I want you to write out the formula and redo it since you don't have your homework today. So write out what I just said. Like plugging everything in neatly, okay? Neatly. Emma? Number 1 wrong? Okay, let me just read the setup to see if that helps. If not, I'll do it on the board. So $5,037.50 equals 5,000 in parentheses 1 plus 0.03t. Do you have that? Okay. Distribute the 5,000 through. So now your right-hand side is 5,000 plus 150t, and then subtract 5,000 from both sides. So you get $37.50 equals 150t. Okay, divide by 150. Okay, do it again. Type in 37.50 divided by 150. Yeah, you divided the wrong. I figured that's what you did. You want to get x by itself, remember? Okay. Justin. Okay, we're not going to worry about that right now, but thank you. Okay, Any other questions on the warm-up? Okay, Adam, I'll come back to you. Just let me know when you're done. Mary, were you okay? I think you were going to ask me something. Okay. Okay, let's go to 77C next. Okay, so numbers 1 through 6, you should be giving me 1 through 4, you should be giving 2 answers. So let's start with number 1, Doug. I need 2 answers from that, the interest and the balance. Okay, your second one, well, the first one that you said, but it should have been the second one, your cents are off a little bit. So that one's right, but the balance should be $1,919.92. Okay? Okay. Okay, Justin, number 2. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Matt, number 2. Good. Perfect. Number 3, Annalise. Okay. Perfect. Mine's 81, but if you have 82, you're fine. I'm guessing that's just how you rounded. So if you're a penny off, like whether I'm off or you're off, you're fine. Okay. Number 4, I need both. Mary? Huh. Briar? Good. I have 72, but might be a rounding issue again. Okay, number 5, Charles. Okay, how many years is that? Okay, I'd rather you keep it in years since he is in years. Because they're asking you for, it would just be easier. Alyssa? Not 0.6. You might have forgot to convert your decimal, I'm guessing. Like 4.1 should be 0.041. Matt? Yeah, number 5 should be 6 years. There's no reason to convert it to months because it gives you 6 years. Okay, Sean, number 6. Good, 3.8%. Zach, number 7. Should be less than that. Shouldn't be in the 4,000s. Emma M? Good, 3,100. Number 8. Briar, number 8. Should be less than that. Annalise, what'd you get for 8? Good, 32 years. And then number 9, there was 3 things you had to find. For 6 months, it was $113.75. For 18 months, the interest is $341.25. And then for 30 months, you get $568.75. Okay, but they asked you for how much interest is earned or paid, whichever one, how much is paid. So if you wrote the balance down, I'm sure I probably wouldn't take off the way that's worded, but technically they're really asking you for the interest that's paid. Annalise? That's okay. I do not, but just add on the principal to what I gave you. I'm sure I could do it real quick in my head, but just add it. All you have to do is to take that principal, Annalise, add it on. The principal was 6,500. So if you just add that on, It's a real quick check. Okay, anyone else need me to go over any of these? Clarify something? Okay, raise your hand if you got all those right. Okay, raise your hand if you missed one. Okay, missed two. Okay, give me a head nod. If you missed something, do you know what you did wrong? Okay, that's perfect. All right, so we'll move away from that for now. If you think of something, let me know. Let's go to the book problems. Okay, number one, Justin. Perfect. I'm just going to abbreviate. That represents the principal. Okay, number three, Matt. No, 140 and 640. You had to find both. You're right. Number four, Emma H. Good. Good. Number five, Alyssa. No, you don't like these percent problems. It should be less than that. You done? Just put it on my desk. Thank you. Let's see. Charles, what'd you get for five? Good. 1.8%. Mary, number six. Good. 1.25 years or 15 months. Okay, number eight. Emma M, number eight. 500. And what's your other one? It should be 1,750. Careful on that. It might just be a little mistake. Zach, number nine. Yep. Good. Briar, number 10. Okay, did you do 11? Okay, you didn't do any of those? Okay. Okay. Sean, number 10. Yep. I know. Perfect. Annalise, number 11. Perfect. Number 12, Doug. Cool. Good. Justin, number 13. Okay, 43.31 it should be, but keep going. That's okay. The second one should be $538.31. At 21 months, you had to convert to years. So I think that might have been the problem. Okay, Matt, number 14. Good, 306. Charles, number 15. Good, 5 years, sorry, I'm looking at my messy writing. 9,000, and then you said 4.6%. Perfect. Okay, number 16, Mary. No. Not sure, I'm trying to figure out how you got that. Alyssa? Good, 6.25%. Mary, I'm guessing you might have got the balance and principal mixed up. 900 was the balance, 800 was the principal. Hold on, tell me what you have. 900 equals 800 plus. That's why you messed up. You need to do the account balance formula. So it needs to be account balance equals principal, and then in parentheses, 1 plus RT. Or do you like to use the formula that's P plus PRT? Which one do you use? Okay, so then your formula is not right. You should have 800, and then 1 plus the T is 2 years. That should be your formula. 2 years. The problem tells you after 2 years, the balance is $900. Okay. So your formula was wrong and you had the wrong years. Just read carefully, because all you're doing is plugging numbers in. What do you have first period? Nah, just come back before lunch, like 6th period, or tomorrow in homeroom. Okay, you can just leave it there. Thank you. Emma? Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Number 5. Okay, let me tell you the first step. Number 5, you should have 563 equals 500 in parentheses 1 plus 7r. I am on the book homework. You're looking at the wrong page. Oh. Okay, for now, just look at my paper because we're still on here's my answer key with all my work. Annalise? Well, I'm not going to mark that wrong, but try to take your time. If it's money, write it like money. So, no, I won't mark off if you forget the 0, but just try to get in the habit of writing it because it is money that we're dealing with. But no, I'm not that picky with when I grade your things. Mary? Okay, I'm guessing that you probably wrote your formula wrong. Your formula's wrong again. But let me move this. Let me just write down one of them for you. So for the first one for 15, you have a balance of 5,000, principal of 4,000. You have to find years, so 1 plus 0.05 t should be your formula. Did you have that written down? Okay, that's why. So if you solve that, I don't know, I think you just might have messed up the formula on all these. I'm guessing. But when you solve that, you get 5 years. So at some point on your own, Mary, try that again to make sure you get the correct answer. That's just for the first one. But it's the same formula for all of them. Do you need me to write all 3 of them down? There's 3 different questions for number 15. This is the first part. The only reason I wrote down the first part is you messed up with your formula. You forgot that this was the formula. So I'm telling you, you can try them again. You used the wrong formula, just like that other question you asked me about. Like for this question, for this one, you wrote that one wrong too. That's why you got it wrong. So it's what I'm telling you is you made the same mistake for this one. If they're giving you balance or asking you for balance, use this one. If they're just asking you for interest and they don't give you the balance, you use PERT. Okay? Okay, anyone else on the book homework or 7.7c? Emma, are you okay with 7.7c? Did that help you? Okay. Mary, do you want to hold my book paper so you can look at what the problem was? That might help you. Sure. Okay, anyone else? Okay, you guys can put that to the side, take out your notes. Last part of chapter 7. Do you guys like this chapter? Think it's easy? Is it? Good. Okay, this is not one of my favorite chapters, but I'm glad that you guys think it's fairly easy. I don't know if that's the right word, but okay, so that's why. And those little mistakes, that's why we do homework, so you can fix those little mistakes. All right, so I have on the smart board just a reminder that Monday's your chapter 7 test. Okay, bless you. I mean, you guys are very sneezy today. Everyone keeps sneezing. So chapter 7 test Monday. Today, compound interest. Okay? So this is page 24 in your notes. Mary, you want me to give you a second? Do you still need that? You can keep it to the end. Okay. You're okay? Are you okay? Positive? Okay. If not, let me know at the end of class. Okay, so we are starting with definition for compound interest. Okay? Now, basically, in my words, compound interest is interest that is calculated on the interest and on the principal. So compound interest is when you find interest based on the accumulation of principal and interest. For example, if we're investing money, okay, and let's say the interest rate is 5%, let's say we earn, our principal is $100, we earn $10 on interest this year. So that would be a total of $110 for our account balance. The next year, our interest is compounded, which means our new principal is $110. They're calculating the interest on your principal plus interest added together. So in the long run, that's good for you if it's an investment. They're compounding it. It's not just based on your principal anymore. It's based on the principal and the interest. If you see the keyword compound interest, you're going to use the formula that I'm going to show you in a couple minutes. Similar to account balance, just regular account balance, but I'll show you the slight change. Annalise? Same deal. It's bad, yes. So yeah, for example, like on your mortgage, yeah, you're accumulating, but you should be paying it off at the same time, so it's going down. But it will be based on your new amount, not the original loan amount. So yes, it's still bad, but as long as you're paying it off, it still should be decreasing. It is pretty depressing when you look at a mortgage statement after a year or two, when you see how much interest you pay versus how much principal you pay. It's very interesting. Yeah. Well, that's what I was telling Annalise. As long as you're paying it, because correct, as long as you're paying it. I always make more payments on my mortgage every month because you end up saving money and interest in the long run, like Charles is saying. But the person paying their mortgage has to be paying it every month. You know what I mean? And to be a good thing, they should be paying more. So there's many different situations out there. Some are good deals, some are not. That makes sense? Okay. Emma? Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, I like to hear things like that. Okay, so that was our definition. Okay, here's the formula. Account balance is equal to principal, in parentheses, 1 plus r raised to the t. I always say it's the same formula, but the t decided to fly to the top. It's the same formula, but the t that was here decided to fly to the top. So the t is now an exponent, which is why I teach you guys equations, I teach you exponents before we get to all this. Why is it like this? Because it's compounded. So whatever the 1 plus interest rate is, you add those first, okay? Put it to the t power, however many years it is, and then multiply it by the principal. This is a basic formula for compound interest. If you take a finance class, they get harder than this. But this is just a basic one. If it's compounded and you're given all these variables, this is what you do. Are these questions? Okay, Donatus. Say that again. An N2? Not on this one. But if you take a finance class, I learned many different versions of this. Is that what you're probably asking about? One of the finance formulas? So yes, there can be other formulas if that answers your question. But I'm not going to give you any of those for today. Melissa? Yeah, I'm getting there. Okay. Let me go through this, then I'll answer questions. I is interest. The rate is still, R is still rate. Percent is a decimal. P is still principal. T is still time. In years, of course. Jeremy, you working? Charles, go ahead. No, because you have to do what's inside parentheses first. No. The P is not inside parentheses. Yeah, 1 to the T plus R to the T. Yes. Okay, I see what you're trying to do. You have to add these first. Order of operations tells you, remember GEMDUS? You can't distribute the exponent. You have to do what's inside parentheses first. It's kind of like if I gave you something like this. you do not distribute the exponent. You have to write this twice, and then you do something called FOIL, which I'll teach you guys at the end of the year. No, when you FOIL, you get x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4, which is x squared plus 4x plus 4. That is not the same thing as x squared plus 4. Don't worry about, I'm answering Charles' question. You don't need to know this. Hold on. Shh. Charles, say that again. No, not in a problem like that. We never did. When it's just like a number in here, Charles, or I think maybe what you're thinking of is an exponent problem like this. That's not a binomial. That's a monomial. Correct. If it's just a multiplication problem, you do that. I'm teaching you something that's for 9th graders, so. Hold on. Charles is talking. Charles, go ahead. Yep. First, outer, inner, last. That's what FOIL's called. I'm going to teach you that in May. Just give me some time. Yeah, FOIL. No, the result is a trinomial. Man, very good question. Okay, Charles, did I answer your question? Okay, don't worry if you're confused. Annalise, are you okay now? Like just with the whole point of it? Okay. Side note. All right, so there's our formula. Let's go to letter B first. I kind of want to go in a different order here. All right, so letter B says you deposit $1,200 into an account that earns 3.8% interest compounded annually. Find the balance after 5 years. Okay, so we're using, it says compounded interest. So I would circle or underline. You now have to pay very close attention to whether it's simple annual interest or compounded annual interest. If it's compounded, you use the formula that the t is flying. Okay, our t is flying. It's an exponent. We know that we deposit $1,200. Okay, so we have account balance equals, we deposit $1,200. The interest rate is 3.8%, so that's 0.038, and we know that it's 5 years. So here's what I need you to do first on your calculator. Sean, you with me? Okay, add those first. So we have 1,200 in parentheses 1.038 to the 5th power. So I need you to take your calculator, type in 1.038, caret 5. Someone tell me what you get. Matt? Okay, so on your calculator, listen, you should all have that number on your calculator. Hit times 1,200. Do not retype it. Hit times 1,200. Raise your hand if you have an answer. Adam, come on. You should be with us. All you're doing is pressing buttons on your calculator, not hard. Justin, what'd you get? Mary, what'd you get? Okay. Annalise, what'd you get? Okay. Did you guys all get this? I just want to make sure. So this is not much different as long as you know how to use your calculator. Unless you would like to make that to the 5th power by hand. That would take a while, but you could. Multiply that 5 times. Adam? You can, but you just have to have your parentheses there. That's fine. Yeah, I just worry because sometimes the calculator doesn't realize what you're typing in. But yeah, as long as you have your parentheses, you could type this whole thing into your calculator. Charles? For what first number? Okay, what did you get? Is that what you said, Matt? I just didn't hear you. Maybe that's what. Okay. It probably does. Yeah. Annalise, question? Go ahead. You can't have 100 cents. If you round up, I will not take off. Remember I told you it's off by a penny. Okay, I've said that, so. All right, let's go to letter C. Okay, letter C. For an account that ears interest. You guys ever heard that? It ears interest. I'm just kidding. It's a typo. Earns interest instead of ears interest. Okay, compounded. Jeremy, focusing still. Compounded annually. So we have another compound interest problem. Find the balance. Round your answer to the nearest cent. Okay, so we need to find the balance. We know the principal. We know the interest rate, which is 5%, and it's 3 years. What's wrong? Yeah, I did. Thank you, Adam. Sorry. 900. That makes a big difference. Thank you. What happens when I talk and try to write at the same time? So the years for 3, make sure that's an exponent. We have 900 in parentheses 1.05 cubed. So if you guys want to try, Adam's suggestion, if you want to type in 900 times, put this in parentheses with a caret 3, you can do it that way as well. Either way, what's our answer? Alyssa? Good. So no matter what way you choose to simplify, you should all get that answer. Matt? I at least want to see one step. Either this or this. That's your call. I want to see something. That way, if you make a mistake, I can see where you went wrong. Annalise? No, this is one of those questions like if you ask me about account balance regular simple interest, this is just the formula that's derived. We're not going to prove it. Okay, why? Oh gosh, all right. So anyways, when you get to geometry in 2 years, you'll prove a lot of formulas and you'll see more so, Annalise, why they work. It's a very good question, but in this course, we don't have time to prove everything, so you guys can actually see how it works. So the point of pre-algebra is to get used to the formulas and know how to use them. So I promise it's coming. If I have you guys in honors geometry for some reason, we'll do so many proofs of things. Does that help a little bit? Yeah, that'd be fun. But does that help? Does that help with you? Okay. So it's hard for me to answer questions like that when we haven't built the skills yet on how to write a proof, and you need certain things to do that. So promise you'll get there, whether I'm there with you or you're there with another teacher. Briar? No. Yep. No, raised to the third power. Yes. But you could also type this in your calculator, 900 times, parentheses, blah, 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 caret 3. Do you know what the caret is? Okay. I know we did it a while ago. Alyssa? Yes. Yes. Like if you type all that in. Is that what you're asking? Yeah. That's fine. I don't care what one step. You can show me either one of these, especially on the homework, because if you miss something, I want to be able to help you tomorrow. Good question. Donatus? What other problem? No. Why are you asking me this now? That is the answer. You said it should be what? Oh, you said it should be 1,446. Annalise already said that. We already discussed that. That's fine. And maybe that should be the right answer. I thought you said $1,004 or something. No. Donatus, that's correct. So I misheard you. Mary? Correct. They do ear interest. All right. We have a couple minutes, so I want you guys to do letter D and F. Okay, so do letter D and F. Put your pencil down when you're done. D and F on your own. show me at least one step. Mary, I'll be right there. Oh, I thought that was a hand. Okay. I'm just making sure I have your good homework ready to go. So you guys are just doing D and F. You done already? Oh, you did the wrong two. That's okay, those are right. You guys are doing D and F, not D and E. That's not right. No, and where's your work? I've said 3 times you have to show something. Okay, that needs fixed. Because I don't, no, I can't look and tell you what you did wrong. You're not showing anything. That's not right. Man, you guys are fast. Good. Oh, you just writing them on here? You know there's always extra packets back there. They've been there all year. Okay, for the homework you're gonna need that. Well, at least that one's right, Adam. You're okay. Good. You're good though. Sorry, Matt. I'm scared. That's okay. I'll check them. Perfect. Good. Oh, wait, it should be account B though. Is greater. But they gave you the time, so you're comparing 15 years and 30 years. So even though one's 30, one's 15, you're still comparing them, even though they're different years. So they just want to know which one has a greater balance after the given time. I know what you're thinking about it too much, but that's good. I probably, if you had the right work, I wouldn't mark something like that wrong on a test. Good. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that to you. Good. Good. Okay, let's go over these so I can explain the homework. Okay, so letter D. Let's see. Emma M. What did you get for letter D? Good. So everyone, I know I checked, I think all of yours for that one. Make sure you have that for letter D. Okay, letter F. Charles, tell me what you have for account A. What's the balance? Okay. Briar? Good. 16 or 15 is fine. Okay. Justin, in letter B? Good. So, Charles, using your common sense, which one's bigger? Good job. Because account balance means A. That's why I put A. I know. Annalise? I had 15 cents on mine. I wrote it because that's what Briar told me. I had 15 cents for mine. Remember, if you're a penny away, I don't know because I have 15 cents. Rounding. They just, Annalise, I'm guessing whenever they did 1.072 to the 15th power, they probably cut it off at the nearest 10th or 100th. I kept mine at the 1000th. Yeah, it's rounding. That's why, no big deal if you're off by a penny. I'm not crazy, I promise. Most of the time. All right, we're good? You guys feel like this is pretty similar to what we've been doing? Okay. So 2 assignments because the book does not split these worksheets up. So first assignment is practice 7.7C, which is at page 105 in your packet. Numbers 10 through 15. Yes. You just did this last night as part of your assignment. I think it's page 105. Yeah. Okay, and then also in your homework packet, it's a car problem. Okay, it's about car loans. That's page 107. You're going to do all that. Well, actually, let me see. Don't do, well, yeah, just do 1 through 3 on that. I lied. So on the car loan problem, it's a real world application problem. Try 1 to 3. And that's page 107 in your homework packet. All of you, please make sure you have the right numbers written down and page numbers. Adam, do you need a homework packet? You know what to do? Okay. Doug? Yes, always. Don't ask me that question. Yes. 7.7C, on loosely for another sheet of paper. The car problem, you do have some room at the bottom. When I did my car problem the other day, I did write it all at the bottom. So you'll have room for this. However, please, you should know by now, on 7.7C, use loose leaf or a notebook. Number 15 is a hard problem, but you can do it. Oh, hold on, one more comment. On number 14, it tells you to make a scatter plot. You don't have to do that. So number 14 on 7.7C, you can just remember it. You'll read, it says to make a scatter plot. You don't have to do that. So on 14, just do A. So just 14A. Okay, so on 7.7C, if you want to cross off 14B and C, that's fine with me. If you're not listening right now and you make the scatter plot, oh well. You don't have to do that. Okay, I'm not concerned about scatter plots. I'm concerned about interest. Okay, is everyone okay with the homework? All right, that's all. Good job today. See you tomorrow.